Okay, welcome to the video about how we are going to do the scoring at the Blood Bowl World Cup. If you're not interested in scoring at the Blood Bowl World Cup, turn off now. But if you are, then this is the place for you. So this is a version of Score which myself and Harry Pete have recreated and rejigged to allow it to take in more teams, basically. We were working from the source code from Joris Dorman's previous version of Score. So because it's not the most up-to-date source code, there are a couple of things missing, but it does the job perfectly well. In here we have the actual players who are playing in the World Cup, so you can go all the way down to there. And these are their teams that they've put on as well. So what you can see is you've got the team. So the team name, because people aren't submitting team names, we're using team names as NAF names, which makes it sort of nice and clear. And then we've got the group over there is the sort of group of 6. All the NAF numbers are in, all the coaches are in. The races are random. We'll do another file with the actual races that people are playing. Just to have a quick look at the settings. You can see tournament settings. We've got 3 for a win, 1 for a draw, 0 for a loss. Then we've got, this should be score, there we go. So, and then for your group score, you get 1 for a win, half for a draw, and 0 for a loss. So your group score, if there's 6 of you, you'll get 6 if you get 6 wins, 5.5 for 5 wins and a draw, and so on. But within that, the team scoring is slightly different because that's what was in the rules pack. Tiebreaker wise, we've got the first tiebreaker is obviously your score, and then the calculated one is net casualties and net touchdowns, and the third tiebreaker is opponent score, and then it goes on to random after that. So all fairly standard in there. Okay, so as you'll know if you're a nerd about these things, is that the problem with Score is that you only have 1 point of entry. So what we have developed is a spreadsheet that takes the score file and turns it into an Excel spreadsheet, and then changes that back into a Score file, which is then put back into Score in order to generate the new round. And Score does wonderful things with outputs and so on. So that's quite a nice way of doing it. So click new round. Okay, so you click new round and you wait a moment, and we have the first round, which you can see there, and then we save. So we're going to save at all sorts of exciting times. We're going to save before and after each round. So this one we're going to call pre-round 1. No, we're going to call it round 1 pre. Run pre, and then we'll have round 1 post, and then round 2 pre. So the difference between pre and post was that the scores have been entered. So I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to go into where I saved it. Where did I save it? Oh, it's in Dropbox at the moment. There we go. So that's in there, that's test in there, and I'm going to open that one up. And I'm going to open that in Notepad, and then I'm just going to copy all of that, and I'm going to go over to my nice little spreadsheet there, and I'm going to paste that into there, like that. And then so all the code is in there, and it produces a few tabs. So you can see there some bloke against Zorglub is round is table 1, which matches here, which matches if we go back into Score, we've got some bloke against Zorglub in table 1. So far, so only 1 point of entry, but what this does is breaks down this all scores tab into lots and lots of different entry tabs. So entry 1, entry 2, entry 3, entry 4, and you can see on the left hand side which tables there are. So tables 1 to 48 are on the first one. Tables tables 1 to 96 are on the first one. Tables 97 and so on are on the second one, and then 193 and so on. So this breaks down the sort of 900 player tournament into, well, it's currently into 5. We'll hope to do it into more than 5, but 5 is the current system we're working with, and so that breaks it down into 5 separate tournaments about the same size as the NAF Championship. If we can get more than 5 entry points, then that would be fantastic, because obviously that will reduce the time again. And so, as well as that, it should be quicker to enter the data as well, because the score sheet is going to have 6 games on it at a time, and so it should be really quick just to zoom through and input the numbers. So this spreadsheet will be saved once it's in this form, and then it'll be sent emailed to the different scorers, who will then open a version of it, and each scorer will only put data into entry 1, entry 2, entry 3, entry 4, or entry 5. So then when they send them all back to one central place, I will copy and paste the data from their sheet into entry 1, entry 2, entry 3, entry 4, entry 5, and it will put them all together. So just to speed things up a bit here, I'm just going to copy some random scores into the different places. So I go paste special, skip empty cells, that should stick that in there. And I go back to that one, generate some new scores, copy it, and put it into entry 2. And go back to that one. There's probably quicker ways of doing this, but this is the way that I'm doing it. Generate some new ones, copy those. Because this is obviously won't be doing this during the draw. This is just to generate some random scores. And actually, I'll just stick those same scores in there. Look at if it was this quick. So they've all got scores in there, and then all scores has also been populated all the way down to number 900. So table 912 divided by 2, which is 456. Should be the biggest one. There we go. So 456 has been populated. Humbug against Rascal. Great. And then we save that one as there, and call that one. So that's the Excel. So that's round 1 post. Okay. And then I go to new BBD, and so new BBD has all those new scores in basically, and so we copy that one and open up a new notepad file, paste it in there, save that one as round oops, wrong place, that was a previous one. I'm just going to stick that in there, so stick that as round 1 post. .bbd, and then I should be able to open that one up in Score. So file, open, round 1 post, and as if by magic, it's got all the scores in there all the way down to the bottom. Okay, no need to save that because I haven't done anything to it, I've just opened it, so I can look at the results if I want to. So it's got Chromie is winning at the moment, well done him. So he got 5 touchdowns, 4 1 against, so he's on +4, and he's on 5 casualties nil, so he's on +5 there, so he's got a +9 tiebreak at the moment, so he's winning, well done him. New round. Save that as round 2, round 2 pre, because it's pre-scores, post-scores, so pre and post meaning before and after obviously. And then go back into there and open that one up, copy all of that, back into the spreadsheet. So paste BBD, turn that, delete that one, pop that in there, and that should take us to all scores in there. So what I should do actually is I will shut that one down a minute, and I will open up a new blank one, which I need to do each time actually thinking about it. So if I go up 1, it's quite a big file, takes a moment to open, loads of stuff in there. Okay, so if we get rid of that, so that's a brand new one. I should save it as a blank one. Actually, I will do that. So save that as a blank one. Actually, while I remember. So where were we? We were in the notepad file, weren't we? And that was round 2 pre-scores. Copying that one, popping that one into there, and all scores. Now has Matos against Barbarossa, so we go back to score and we check that Matos Barbarossa should be the top round. Fantastic. And then this time, just to speed things up a bit, I'm just going to copy the same scores into each one. See how that goes. So entry 1 into there, post special into there, into there. To there. So all I'm doing here is I'm just saying that like the top table on each page got the same score and so on. So I'll pop that in there and pop that one in there. But basically, I won't do the whole thing because that would be extremely tedious. This is just a sort of proof of concept, and this is how it's going to work basically. There's nothing on entry 6, so that's that one done. And then we would save this one as post. I won't bother doing that now. Copy that, stick it in a new notepad, save that as round 2 post. So we've got the scores in there, and I should now be able to go into score and open that up as round 2 post. Nah, because I didn't save as a BBD file. Waha! That is the problem. Save as a text file. But there we go. These things happen. So if I save that as a BBD file instead, that would be much better. Because then the score will recognise it. To post. And sticks all the numbers in there. Hooray! Good-o. Right. And what we can see now is after 2 rounds, we got... so Chromie did very well again, did he? So he got... not so well this time, but he got 1 casualty, it looks like this time, the second time. And he got a few more touchdowns, so he's doing very well. He's on plus 13. Hurrah! That's the tiebreaker there is shown, but he did good stuff. The group results, so we got Santa Claus are winning on 10.5 points, Holy Six and so on, all the way down to the bottom, which is the Wild Team come out. Oh, sad to see Bubba all the way down there after 2 rounds. That's quite fun. Okay, so that is the sort of proof of concept. That's how it's all going to work. When you go to the World Cup, you will present your scores to one of the scorers, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll stay on your table, which it is, and it should all go smoothly. There's an hour between rounds, which should be plenty of time to get all those results in and a new round generated. And the results will all be posted online, and the tables will all be posted online, and so on, which is pretty cool. So if you have any questions, do get in touch with me at officialnaf on Twitter if you want to, or via the Facebook, the World Cup Facebook page, or any of the other ways that you can get in touch with me. Basically, this is Sano638, and I am the head scorer for the World Cup, but I'm very happy to hear from anyone. Cheers, bye.